Hello, CraftingMantis here, and welcome back to another episode of Valheim on the Saga SMP. So in today's episode, I'm going to be showing you some of the preparations that I've been doing in order to get ready for the fight with Yagluth, as well as, showing you guys the gear, as well as an adventure that I had out at a Fuling village. So to start out with the upgrades, there are two upgrades here on the outside. One is the windmill. Now with the windmill, that allows you to turn barley into flour. And then the flour can be used either to make bread dough, or it can be used to make things like the fish wrap, which is definitely super yummy. Now the other upgrade isn't really a necessity, but I thought it was funny. When they added this into the game, I was like, why do we need a hot tub? But it works, and you actually get a resting bonus with it, so it does serve a purpose. So I went ahead and added that out here, and then you can kind of sit out there and kind of gaze out at the ocean and enjoy all of the salty breezes and stuff like that. Now, I also ended up removing the roof off of this one, and then I opened it up on both sides because, for the most part, this is protected. Granted, there are things that have gone through here. In fact, almost this entire fence here ended up getting destroyed by a troll here recently. Now, let's go ahead and come inside. The fog definitely does not do this any justice at all, but we could go ahead and continue the tour over here. So over here, this is kind of added, I added in more of the crafting station. So we've got the oven. This is where you can make bread. And so you put wood in the bottom, and then you put the bread dough up here. I also added in a railing all the way around, just at the first level of the stone. And then a little bit of the decoration. That's a tool rack for the forge. And then we got the blast furnace. This allows you to process the black metal. And then over here, this is the spinning wheel, which is used to turn flax into the thread. And then I did end up moving the artisan table over here just to kind of get it out of the way. And then I got rid of all of the beds here at the start because we're not really going to be using my base as a base of operations for any fights and stuff from here on out. And so I was like, okay, we really don't need the beds down here. So I put the sitting logs as well as some of the lovely rugs. Now with this, like if you're over here, you get a comfort of 5, and then if you come over here, there's a comfort of 7. So that's kind of one of the things I've been trying to do, is to kind of increase the comfort level around here. And then I switched out the Eikthyr trophy for the motor one. I thought that definitely worked a lot better up there. And plus, Eikthyr kept talking to me, which would keep surprising me. I'm like, what is going on? And so I ended up removing Eikthyr from there. Now, if we come up here, as you can see, we now have the hearths on all of the lovely alcoves up here. So I can end up adding more of the cooking stuff if I really wanted to. But honestly, we only need one as like a dedicated cooking area. And so we've got like the herbs, and then the cauldron, pots and pans, butcher table, and then our lovely things. Now, I don't have any of the metal ones, and honestly, I haven't been using it. I haven't gone serpent hunting or anything like that, and so I definitely don't have some of the best foods, but I do have, some of the good foods. And then, if I really need to, I can go to spawn to do that. So this right here, this is just a little crafting area. This is a berserker fueling, or fueling berserker trophy. I finally got one of those. I'm like, I've got to display that. And then just some storage, and then some functional stuff going on with the workbench as well as the forge. Now in here, I did add this room in, so as you can see, it mirrors the one on the other side that I've had for absolutely ever. But if we come over here, this is just a little war room. So we've got the cartography table, so that they can kind of plan out how they want to plan their attack and stuff for for taking on the different bosses, because like that's Eikthyr, and I think that's Bone Mass for the different symbols. Or no, maybe that's the Elder. I don't know. I'd have to look at the map again. But so we got the little throne and then a little table. I didn't do anything on the table. I wasn't quite sure what to put on these ones because I don't know if necessarily they're going to, be drinking their mead and stuff in here, and they're definitely not going to be eating. They're planning in here. Now over here, this is the bedroom, and I was able to get it up to a comfort level 13, which is super awesome. So whenever I do sleep, I definitely get a lot of the buff from that. And I just added in all different kinds of things. So we got a jack-o'-turnip from the Halloween season. And then we've got all different kinds of things. So I decided to go with the herbs. And then finally have some place to actually display the crystal battle axe, since I'm not actually going to be using it. And then just ended up adding in all kinds of things. Oh, and then the fueling, the Surtling trophy. This, yeah, that's the fueling. That's the Surtling. So the Surtling trophy, I love how these things are on fire, and it just looks really, really cool. So we wanted to have that one up there. And then we got like a bow, and then the little personal chest and stuff. So, oh, and this will have a Christmas tree at some point. They haven't added them in yet. And so I was planning on putting one there, though I think they call it the Yule tree. But do that as well as the a couple presents. Oh my goodness, a nice little lag spike there. And then last but not least, we have the lovely tables over here where they can end up drinking their mead, eating their food, and counting their coins over here. And, and then a place for the king up here as well. So we've got, probably the king and his queen and, maybe like second in command. Oh, I forgot. I need to remove that bench. Whoops. And then, of course, they got the treasure here in the back. Now, that is the upgrades to the base. Now, we have upgrades to the actual, equipment. So as you can see in my hotbar that I do have some of the black metal stuff. And I have been super busy in searching for the Fuling Totems. In fact, here we go. So here's the Fuling Totem. That's what this is right here. You need 5 of them in order to summon Yagluth. And so I have been doing a lot of hunting. Some of the others have Fuling Totems as well. And so hopefully we can get a couple, or a few fights in, depending on how many of the totems we actually have. And so in doing that, that meant I got a whole lot of black metal. In fact, there's plenty that I haven't. And I still have some that are left out in the plains right now too. So that's been a whole lot of fun. But let's go ahead and check out the equipment now. With the black metal, with the plains level equipment, you have 2 different ones. You have ones that take the black metal and ones that take the linen. Linen and iron. And so with the black metal, I decided to go with the black metal axe. It actually does more slash damage than the sword. And so I'm like, okay, do you know what? I think I'm going to go with the axe instead of, because I could also use this for trees. And so it's kind of like a multi-tool. And I upgraded this. Actually, do you know what I just noticed? I have not upgraded my axe. So I guess I do have to use some more of the black metal. But I need to upgrade the axe. And then I have the black metal shield. There's one more upgrade on this. I fully upgraded the Draugr, fully upgraded Frostner. And I fully upgraded a porcupine. This is another one. This is the one with the needles. And I haven't quite decided which one I like better, either Frostner or the porcupine. This one definitely seems to do a lot more damage to the feelings. But I think Frostner might be better because Yagluth is fire-based. So we'll definitely see on that one. Now, I ended up upgrading to a Lox Cape instead of the Wolf Cake because that is, it looks a lot better. They pretty much have the same stats. So, but I did the Lox Cape, and then I did the padded armor. So this is the linen and iron. I still had a lot of iron left over from when I was doing, raiding the crypts and stuff. So, got these all fully upgraded as well. And then definitely got things, going here. So I cooked up a whole bunch of the wolf meat and made the wolf skewers, and then black soup. And we've got sausages as well, and then the fire resistance barley wine. So this is a plains level potion here. So definitely lots of stuff to that I got ready. Now I did so many of the villages out in the plains and just fighting and all of that, and it was definitely, oh my gosh, it was it was difficult doing it by myself, but I did, get it all done, which was phenomenal. And I did catch I think it was the last one on camera. And so I want to show you guys, kind of what happened when I was doing that. So in order to get to the Fuling Totems, one of the things that I would do is I would actually fire an arrow at one of the Fulings in the village. and then kind of kite everybody away from the village. So sometimes it'd be just one of them. Sometimes I think one time I had like 8 Fulings decide to go chasing after me after doing that. But I would try to clear out one side of the village and kind of, bring them out of there so that, they weren't all around the totem. And then once I kind of cleared it out in that area, then I would sneak in and I would grab the totem and make a mad dash, usually having to take out the ones that end up chasing after me. But normally it wouldn't be any worse than, trying to do the whole clearing thing. So that's how I ended up getting a lot of the totems, is just kind of clearing out the area around it and then running in, grabbing it, and running for dear life. So I'm going to let you guys enjoy the rest of this village clearing. So after raiding several villages, I was able to get a total of 7 of the Fuling Totems, which was absolutely phenomenal. That's going to allow us to do a fight and a half, because it takes 5 of the totems in order to summon Yagluth. And so I'm definitely very much looking forward to actually doing the fight. And so that will end up being the next episode, which is super exciting, and I hope that you guys are just as excited about it as I am. So I definitely hope that you guys have enjoyed this video, and if you did, definitely hit that like button.
If you're new to the channel, click the Mantis icon to subscribe, then hit the bell button to get notified when I put out additional content. Want to check out more of my videos? Try the one on the left, or you could check out the playlist on the right. That's it for now, but I'll see you guys in the next episode.